If money can't buy happiness, why is that the goal of life? Everything we do on a daily basis revolves around us buying new things, better things to show off to other people, to show them that we are happy. I recently rewatched Stephen Cut's Happiness animation on YouTube, a story of a rat living its life, chasing its next hit of dopamine. It starts off simple and, kind of not concerning, with the first step being buying junk food and drinking pop, different things like that, nothing that's gonna change and end your life. But slowly, the story progresses and Rat is buying everything it can, any sort of sale, any sort of product that can be purchased. And then it soon escalates into alcohol abuse, drug abuse, things that provide fake dopamine, fake stimulation to feel that same hit. The end of the story goes with the rat falling into a trap, chasing a $100 bill and working its life away, where thousands of other rats have fallen for the same trap. After watching this video, I had this realization. I thought back of this quote that I'd seen online that goes like this: "The only way to prevent a prisoner from escaping is for them to never know they're in prison." And that hit. The reality of it is that happiness is sold everywhere around us. Stores, online, everywhere you go, advertisements, YouTube, social media. Happiness is being sold to you no matter what. If you go into a scientific, more in-depth level, there's a process of dopamine hits that, trigger your brain, and, anticipation for the next hit is what triggers that dopamine, and then your brain becomes stimulated. It feels good, you smile, you laugh, whatever it is, it releases this chemical for you to feel good. The only issue with that is when you get a hit of dopamine, your brain goes up, the brain levels go up, and then when it leaves, that hit disappears, your brain levels decrease under what your baseline was. Then you're waiting for that next hit so that you feel that feeling again. This is why addictive drugs and substances are extremely terrible, because they give you such a big hit, but that decline is so much more significant that it's very hard to recover from. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome aboard Life Launchpad, your go-to channel for practical advice and guidance to launch your dreams into reality. I'm your host, Angel Savina, and today we're back with a video, Happiness Sold Separately. And if you didn't get from that little intro, we're talking about how happiness is really a product that you're being sold every day. Every time you scroll through social media, every time you look at an advertisement, no matter what, there's some sort of happiness being sold to you. This video is here to serve as a wake-up call. Not something to, inform you on some scientific and mathematical statistics that, will just make you be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But as a wake-up call and a reality check. If you go outside, let's make this a little task. Go outside today and, go somewhere where, it's like industrialized. Like, I live in the suburbs, but we have, a downtown in our suburb. You go there and you'll see what I mean. As you go there, there's gonna be advertising. There's gonna be, ads placed outside of restaurants. People are on cars. You go and you're gonna see maybe a billboard. You're being sold so much information that is, looking to alleviate you of some sort of pain. In the world nowadays, every big corporation in the United States and, even across the world is trying to sell you a dream. When you think of, what I think of right now is a cologne and, perfume maybe commercial. They have these actors that are usually on some sort of beach, they're these good looking people, wearing some nice clothing, and it's selling this dream that, as a guy watching that advertisement, you're like, man, I want to be like that. I want what he has. They're trying to sell you a dream. If you buy this product, you're going to have what he has. And that's where they're selling you your happiness. Now, after watching this commercial, the average individual might be like, man, I really need to go buy that. If I buy this cologne, then maybe I'll be able to, attract women, be this good looking man, and everything in my life will be great. Now you flash forward a little bit, you buy this cologne, you use it, maybe you get a couple compliments, you feel good, you feel like the man, you're on top of the world. It feels great. But then after a while, it just doesn't feel the same. People already complimented you, but they're not gonna continuously compliment you. Maybe you don't see the exact results that they saw in the advertising. Women aren't chasing after you like by the millions. Oh no, it must have not worked. What's my next move? Now, you see another advertisement, you buy it, you hope for the same results, and it's a cycle. You keep going through this until you think you found the one. And, this is a really big concept that's totally business related, and I don't want to make this video too business related, but selling the dream is so much easier to, any individual. If you're selling something that a person is dreaming of, we're all dreamers, and that is what people are going to be looking to do. Me personally, when I think of that video that I mentioned, happiness, I think of, what each one of those rats is going through. They're living a life of people, obviously it's representation of human life today. People just going to work, buying the next thing, getting the hit of dopamine, going back to work, cycle, a little rat race, as repetitive and as redundant as that saying is, the rat race, escaping the rat race, it really is a great concept. I mean, because people are all racing to do the same thing, just in different areas. You might not be working the same job as your friend, but your goals are still the same. You're trying to make more money, you're trying to buy the better thing, buy the bigger house, buy the faster car, buy the newer clothing. Everything you're doing is a competition to, impress and gain social validation from other individuals. And this all fundamentally starts at a very young age, where we're told that we need to be following social norms, we need to be liked by everybody, so that we're not seen as strange, we're not seen as black sheep in a crowd of white sheep. At a young age, I feel like I've had this great understanding and really eye-opening realization of seeing it around me, seeing it in people close to me in my life, friends, family, seeing it in TV, social media, because I'm still part of that process. As much as I'd like to not be, I'm still falling into that category of people trying to do what they can. Still social validation is a necessary thing at an age. You don't want to be an isolated individual, because then you have nobody. But I have this realization where people are chasing this fame. I have this shirt that I love from Nike that says chase the dream, not the fame. And the more and more I grow old, I've had this shirt for a couple of years now, and I really love it. The idea is amazing. It's just like, you shouldn't be trying to chase what your dreams are going to bring you, but more just focus on what you really want, that actual dream, the core, the real center of what you want. Everything else is a byproduct, and you don't even know if it's going to happen. You might be trying to chase social media clout so that you would have a lot of fans, a lot of people that watch your videos, a lot of people that support you, a lot of people that crave over you. But you don't even know if that's going to happen. If you're trying to chase the fame, you don't have this solid foundation and solid reasoning for you to pursue it when the results aren't coming in right away. So many people get caught up in this idea of social validation and that being their source of happiness, making themselves appear and act more deserving and more wealthy, and maybe more these higher class individuals than the other people around them. And this is where they get their source of happiness. Them thinking that they're richer and wealthier and better dressed, have a better car, is providing them with social validation, and in that sense they feel there's some sort of happiness. And this becomes so socially accepted, because once you see somebody doing it, then you proceed to do it, and then somebody sees you do it, then they proceed to show it to other people, and then this becomes a big endless cycle of people just trying to impress other people, and it just gets spread to everybody. And it all takes that one individual to be like, no, it's not what I want. I want to do what I want. I don't need to impress them. I don't care about what they think. It's all about what I want to do what I think is best suited. I had this little thought process behind my head, and I was thinking, and I was watching this video, I was eating a meal, and I was just watching this video that I saw, as I said, I still fall into those traps where I'm just watching, consuming media, and the video was ranking addictions, and it was talking about different addictions that people have, gambling, alcohol, different drugs, substances abuses, whatever it might be, social validation. And then I thought about happiness. Happiness is an addiction. And happiness is seen as this positive and good emotion. And it truly is. Who doesn't want to be happy? The way that people find and chase happiness all depends on the type of person they are. Some people find it through, as I mentioned, substances and alcohol. People that drink their lives away are, the only way they feel something that's, of enjoyable is through alcohol. Some people prefer some sort of substances, some that make you feel amazing, on top of the world. But then, when that disappears, you come flying right back down and land face first. And as sad and depressing of a video this may sound, I'm not trying to discourage people, I don't want you to think to yourself, be like, oh man, I'm falling for that, I'm screwed, this is it, I don't even know what to do, is it worth it? You still have a way to, get through it and figure out what you want. That's my goal. I want you to figure out what you want. What do you want? What is something that truly brings you value? Something that truly, makes you happy. Not some sort of facade and some sort of fake emotion that, you get for a short amount of time from some sort of external source. I want you to provide happiness for yourself, something that you're doing, something that you're working towards, something that you enjoy spending time on. I need you to figure out what are those things. Because if we're not chasing something that makes us happier, makes us a better person, or something that will make us happier in the future, what's the point of doing anything? Unless you prefer to sit around and not enjoy, life, the beauty of life, the game that we get, the chances that you have of being alive are ridiculous. I forgot what the exact number is, and I don't want to lie, but it's like so many zeros. Like the chances you have of being alive are so minimal. So why don't you pursue it and make it everything you can? Don't buy the happiness that people are selling you. Build your own happiness. This might be with your friends. This might be finding a solid relationship. This might be building something for yourself. Whatever it is, find something that truly makes you happy. Find something that, when you wake up, you're like, all right, let's do it. I want to get after it. I want to work on this. And this is what's going to make me, feel invigorated and do something with my day. Happiness is a very broad term. Happiness can be small, it can be big, and it's mentioned in everyday life. What you do to pursue happiness and what your realization and idea of is going to be totally different from somebody else. Making sure that you're doing something to better yourself and build that happiness within you is a key to life. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like, subscribe, you know the vibe. That was a rhyme. That was a bar. Call me Kendrick Lamar. Oh my God, 2 for 2. Who knew? Oh. What the hell? Sorry, off track. That was crazy. I'm gonna keep that in this video. This video, was a little bit of a sadder topic. How our world is built to sell you happiness, and I got a little off track, and but I tried bringing it back in, but. The world is set out to, build a system where you will buy whatever you need to make you feel better and, just waste your money in some sort of fashion. And I really hope this just opened up your eyes. I hope, that you will realize that what you're truly looking for is coming in from within, coming from within. And that's what should motivate you to do what's necessary and do what you need to make yourself the best standing and best placement individual as possible. Don't forget, the power to transform your lives lies within you. Don't stop learning, don't stop growing, don't stop launching towards your dreams. I'm your host, Savina, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.